Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today I decided to do something different. So I'm going to show you how I finalize my monthly spending tracker and how I set up a new one. So I hope I have everything necessary here close to hand, and I already did my tracker on the computer and printed it and cut it, and I have a huge paper cover that I got as a birthday present. I don't remember, probably was last year or the year before, but I love it. But it's so huge and heavy that I have to do the cutting on the floor because I don't have such a huge table where I could do it. But I can fit 3 of these personal size inserts on an A4 paper. So I love to save paper, so that's why I do it that way. And my personal size is 9.5 and 17.1 centimeters. So here I have the February tracker, but before we can go to that, we have to finalize January. And today when I'm filming, it's the, what is it? The 2nd day of February, so I'm not so late. So I have my spending tracker always behind this green tab because that green is like money to me. And here you can see it in its whole glory. Here you can see now the setup that I have during the month. So I have a cheat sheet here, or like I have a tracker beside my tracker. So but this is information that I don't have to save, so I don't want to have it here so that I have at the end of a month a clean tracker. This just came to be because I want to track things, but let's go things through. So now we have to see here first what we had left in my budget. So after all the monthly spending, purchasing, I had 45 euros and 71 cents left for the next month, and my total spending, yes, I have to count that. So my total spending was 131 euros and 87 cents. If I could now, I would check that this amount is the same that I have in my spreadsheet, though, so then I know everything is okay. This I checked, so I know that this is the amount that I have in my spreadsheet and also on my account, because I have a separate account for this budget. So then my no spend days, I usually do a check here. That I have counted right, and I have, so I had 25 no spend days and my goal was 20, so that was a success. And here on the 25th I had the 20th no spend day, so I reached my goal here. Then my total stationery spending, and this I would also now check in my spreadsheet, but of course because we have had only 1 month, this is easy, so it's the same as I have here. But in the next months I would check this amount from my spreadsheet. And total stationery spending per month, well, that's also the same because only 1 month has passed. So, oh, that's a big amount. Okay. So here what I just usually check what I have done the previous month. So I had this in pink to see that I have spent that, and then this in green that I know that that's what I saved. And that is all what I do for the tracker when the month has passed. Then I move this here in the back amongst the other that has passed, and then I will set up my new one. I usually use a writing board so that I don't write on this wooden table. Well, usually I decorate first. So I just took these washes because I couldn't decide on the color. So my goal for February is to save money. So in that aspect, I thought that the green one would be nice because I think that's like for saving. But I think this washi is it's a bit too thick for this side. Then I could also put this pink and green. And this would be nice here. This is also like a process every time when I choose my washi, and then I usually check that I haven't right before had the same washi, and I don't think I have had these. And then I took this pink one as an option and let shit go. I don't know why this is now so well. Let's put those aside. So I think I don't know. Let's put this one. So I usually decorate this first. So I do my inserts that I do myself. I always plan them so that I can have a washi stripe on at least one of the sides. And this spending tracker is now that I could have a normal size here and then this thinner here. And it's just for decoration. So then I punch I like this Rapesco punch for the personal size. Yeah, I like this for personal size. It's so easy. I just always have to check that. I don't know, you always remember to check that I have it in the right place if it has moved a bit in the storage. So then I punch the corners with the 10mm punch. I have just chosen to round the corners. I like that. And then they don't get stuck here in this so ring mechanism so easily, so that's one reason also why I like to round the corners. Now it's not such a problem because I have so big rings, but in some planners it was a problem, so now I just round the corners. And then I cut or should I say slit, is that the right word? These, so I can move these around easily. And now it's ready for the texts. So, no spent days goal. Now February has only the 28 days, but I thought I would still go with the 20 no spent days goal because that has been so easy in the previous months, and I still want to aim for that. It helps me to be more mindful in my spending when I spend money. Then I write here my savings from the previous month. So it's this 45 euros and 71 cents. And then I already put this yesterday when it was the first day. I did my final touches on my January budget and did my February budget in the spreadsheet. So I already checked that I can give myself the monthly budget of 100 euros, and then I already reduced my subscriptions because they go from another account. So then I was left with 84 euros and 27 cents in my stationery budget that I could add. And then when we count those together, we end up with 129 euros and 98 cents. So that is what I start with the month. And then now we can already, because it's the second day and I didn't spend any money yesterday, I can put here this green, and then I can already put here one like this. And then what I do, so I put this always here, so when I open from the green tab I end up here. And this sticky note that I have here, this is just to keep me on track. I also like to use here a pen that I'm just like using away. I want to use up the things that I have, so that's why I choose to use a pen that I don't need. So I'm not going to use my jet stream, which I want to use and it's important, and I don't want to use my frictions or Legami erasables because those are important pens to me. Then I have to buy more when they end, but this isn't important. I don't use this for like anything important, so when it's ended, it's ended. I don't have to buy it again, if you understand what I mean. So that's why I use it. But here I keep track of how many days there are left in the month. So today I write here that I didn't leave any space. This is what happens when you talk and do things. Let's do it again. So I write here days left, and today we have 27 days left of this month. And here I also track how many spending days I have left, and I still have the whole 8 spending days. So when I spend something, I just put track here that I have the 7, 6, because on this tracker I don't get that information so easily, and I don't also here from this tracker see how many days there are left. So that's why I keep this tracker, and when the month is over I can just throw it away, so this information isn't anything that I need to save. But here I have to put, here I can use these washes that are like already used once somewhere. I don't know why I have this pretty washi here, but let's put it here now. And I have to put here some good washi so it sticks, because this is plastic and these washes that aren't so good quality don't stick on this plastic for very long. Maybe I could put also a small piece here. So, and here I also write usually if I have something on my mind that I would like to buy, but it's like not necessary right now. So then I sometimes write here the things so that I can check if I have money left in my budget at the end of the month. So then I can buy it. but I didn't have any money left in my budget when January ended, so I didn't end up buying that CD, or like, how do you call it nowadays? Like the record in the electronical version in a music app. How do you should call it? So I didn't end up buying that. So this goes to trash now. And is this now ready? I think this is now ready. Yeah. So now every evening I track here what did I buy and track my no spend days. And my goal for February now is that I want to save money. I was thinking to have like a new zero amount. So because zero is now the limit that I can't go like under. I can't spend more than I have in my budget. But I would like to have a buffer in my budget. So if there is something released that I really want, that I would have the money for it. And I was thinking about, I like to have like nice even numbers. So I was thinking about 100 euros or 200 euros, but then I was thinking about how about 111 euros or 222 euros. So actually I'm already over this limit. And then if we count that I have now this amount of money, and then I have, if things don't change, I will have next month 48 euros and 2 cents, because my subscription amounts change a little bit. So then next month I would have 200 euros and 214 euros. And then again in April I would have then 298 euros and 2 cents. So I would have reached my new zero limit in April. So that means that I can't buy anything bigger in February or March. Why I want to have this as a new zero is that so that I have money if something comes unexpected that I would want to buy. If you are a Travelers Company fan, you know that they just release these special editions, limited editions, and then if you want it, you need to have the money, because then it might be sold out. So you have to have the money when they release it. If you are like me, that you don't want to like buy for credit or go over your budget and so if I want to buy something special, I need to have the money in my budget. So that is why I was thinking that I would want to have like a new zero limit, so that I know that I always have a certain amount in my budget. So if there is really something that I want to have, I don't need to skip it for the reason that I don't have money in my budget. And I don't want to buy any more with credit or go over my budget, so I need to save the money first. I have already now this amount. The next I will aim for this, but I think 250 euros, that sounds like a nice new zero amount. And this is such a big amount that I can buy a lot of things with this amount. So I think this is what I'm aiming for. Let's see how when I will reach it. And now I will do my best to not buy anything, so I will reach my new budget zero as quickly as possible. Was it already, was it like I could reach it in April? Yeah. So I could reach it in April. So after that I would then again be able to buy things. But let's see. Let's see, and I think I will put this here as a reminder for myself. I could make it a bit nicer, but I don't care so much. I just need the reminder here. And these are not like the real Post-it brand sticky notes, so that's why also they don't stick so well on this plastic. So I have to put the washi, and I love washi and I want to use my washi, so that's no problem that I need to use washi here to put these sticky notes in place. So I wanted to make this quick and a bit different video for you. If you like this, please let me know. If you want to have more of these, like how I really do things and my systems and setups. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. I hope to see you down below in the comments. Bye bye.